Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start on the floor and I just want you to cross one leg in front of the other. You're making a triangle base, so you're not trying to bring those legs too close to you. And your back is nice and tall and shoulders are dropped. We're going to drop our head down all the way. Chin goes to the chest. Now we're going to slide that chin over to your right side, your right shoulder. And then swing it down smoothly over to the left shoulder. We're going to repeat that 4 total times. And over to the right. And over to the left. And you're breathing deeply. 2 more sets. Drop it down. Keeping that spine nice and erect, up tall. So you can get that back of the neck really releasing as you move your chin from side to side. Here's our last time. Drop it down, over to the right shoulder, and drop it down and over to the left. From here, dropping the chin down, we're going to gently bring the chin up and get the chin as close to the ceiling as we can, feeling the opening that happens here in front of the throat. Drop the head down, so you're sort of describing a semicircle with that chin, and repeat all the way up and all the way down. 2 more sets. Each time you move into the new direction, see if you can increase that range of motion a bit and come down, dropping that chin to the chest. And last time, lift it up, still breathing deeply, and drop it down. Let's come all the way up once more. And from here, we're going to keep our head where it is and open our lower jaw. And then close it up to increase the stretch in the front of that throat. Open and close. 2 more. Open and close. And then once more. Open and close. Keeping our heads upright, we're going to move our chin over to the right diagonal where the wall and the ceiling meet. And then come up and over and go to the other side. So we're doing the opposite sort of arc, going up and over as we did when we were moving in the downward arc towards our shoulders. Here's the 3rd time. Backs are still straight, going over to the right, up and over to the left. And once more, lift, breathe over to the right. Notice what's happening to the front of your throat, your neck area, and to the left. Coming back upright and come to a neutral position. And then just sort of shake that head out a little bit. Good. All right, we're going to work with the shoulders, lifting the shoulders up and down, and lift, and down. Reach them up, and down, and lift, and down. Now we're going to take a little twist. Lift, twist, going to your right, drop the shoulders down. Lift up, twist to the left, and drop them down. Reach, lift, twisting over, drop it down. Our spine is staying nice and tall, so we're being able to twist in our upper back area. Lift, twist, 3rd set, drop it down, and lift. Shoulders high, shoulders go down. Let's take that once more. Lift, twist, drop it down, and lift, twist, drop it down. Coming back to your neutral position. We're going to take what's known in energy medicine as a neck flow. So we're taking our hands and moving them across our throat. One hand follows the other into the shoulder. We're going to take that 2 more times. So we're going to come across. And what we're trying to do is really open up in that throat area. Help movement go through so your neck feels nice and tall and long. Now here's our 3rd one. We're going to take the left hand over to the right shoulder and then pull down and off that left hand. Let's take it to the other side and over. Again, one hand follows the other and across, keeping that back nice and tall. around, and here comes our third time, and we're coming around. So now we've got our right hand coming over and pulling and drawing off that hand. And just notice if you feel like anything that feels a little different in that neck area. We're going to continue with some energy medicine exercises by moving through what are known as the chambers of the throat. So fingers together in the middle of your throat. We're going to press gently up and down so your fingers are moving away from each other, stretching out. We're going to take 3 of those. Here we go. And here's the second one. Excellent. And let's take it once more. And lift. This connects up with your 7th chakra, your crown chakra. Now we're going to go slightly to the side here, and we're going to press again in and out and up. And this is going to relate to your 1st chakra. We're going to take 3 of those stretching actions. And here's the 3rd one, moving up and down. Good. Now we're going to move over slightly to the side of that last 1st chakra chamber, and we're going to go into the 3rd. And again, we're just gently moving up away from each other with those fingers to sort of engage the chamber that connects to the 3rd chakra, your solar plexus chakra. And once more, here we go. And you know, we all know about the throat chakra, the 5th chakra, as being about expressing yourselves outwards. And now let's move slightly more over to the side. And this goes into your 5th chakra, which is your throat chakra. But the throat chakra also, to continue about how it is about expression, is also about how you are communicating internally. Your thoughts, your emotions, your physical organs, your energetic organs. All right, before we go to the other side, I want you to close your eyes and just notice how this whole side of your neck may be going into your jaw, into your shoulder feels, and if it feels any different than the side that we have not worked on. I assume that it will feel a little bit different. So let's go to the other side, and so just over to the side of the central line, that 7th chakra chamber, we're going to go in and press up and down. Now this relates to your 2nd chakra, your lumbar slash hang on. Let's keep going. Lift and up. So it's your sacral, and for women, we call it a womb chakra, but it's between your navel and your pubic bone. So now we've worked with that, and let's move over to the side, and we're going into the next chakra on this side, which is your heart chakra. I usually think of the heart area as a heart complex because there's a lot going on there. There are actually some smaller or some satellite chakras in that whole heart complex area. Here we go with our 3rd one. Lift up, all the way and down. Good. And then let's move slightly over, and you'll find that we're going into what is known as your 6th chakra area. And this is related to your forehead or your 3rd eye. And you're lifting up and down, really stretching out through this. Excellent. And let's take once more. And up and down. Good. Okay, just notice how that feels. You may feel that now both sides are more equally open and stretched, and that you have a little more ability to swallow. And let's take that neck flow one more time. So here we are. We're going over to your right. One hand follows the other, and over. And let's take that a last time, your 3rd time. This time, we're going to cross the hand over to that right shoulder, and then slide and pull off. And let's take it to the other side. And coming across. One hand's the leader, the other's the follower. Here's your second. And just nicely smoothing across that throat chakra. Through all of those chambers that we just opened. Here's your third time. And we're going to take the hand and bring it to the shoulder and then draw and pull off. Excellent. Good. All right, let's get the legs together and bring them out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall with a divine push out from underneath you. You may really feel like this is elongated. Your neck is very long. And let's do a little focus on our feet. So we have flex, push through the ball of feet and point. Now we're going into the toes, lifting up and flex. Ball of the foot and point. And toes and flex. Push through. Ball of foot and point, and toes and flex, and push through ball of feet and point, and toes and flex. Now we're going to rotate at the hip. So we're rotating out at that hip, still feeling that length in that neck. Now we're going to rotate in at the hips, and our feet are staying flexed. You have one foot folding in front of the other. Open out. This time as you cross over, I want you to bring the other foot in front and cross it. And notice what's happening in that hip joint. Backs are tall. And first side crosses in front. And open. And then the second side crosses over. And there we go. Good. Come back to neutral. Shake those legs out. Sitting up tall, realign so you get the divine flesh out from underneath you. So you can really feel that back straightening up and that little neck that we've lengthened, really maintaining that length. We're going to flex the feet and rotate out and repeat the whole exercise we just did. So ball of the feet and point, and toes and flex, growing taller through the spine. And ball of the foot and point, and toes and flex. Push through, ball of the foot and point, and toes and flex. And let's take it once more. Ball of the foot and point, and toes and flex. Now we're going to draw the legs up in this rotated position. Grab a hold of the ankles. Bring them a little bit closer to you. Don't make the heels come all the way towards your torso. We're just going to open up in that thigh area, keeping that back long. And close them up. And open, grow tall. Again, really putting your focus on your neck so that your spine is long, but so is your neck. Your head's in line. And close. And we have one more. And open, stretch, and come up and close. Let's go back into that open position. Backs are tall. We're going to twist slightly to your right. You're going to have your hand come over, lift the other hand up, and from here, right arm's reaching. We're going to breathe in, grab that crease in the middle of, in the center of your hip area there on that leg, and we're going to push through the heel of the hand and stretch out that inner thigh. We're going to take that 4 times. So lift, breathing in, crook of the hip there, exhale, slide, shoulders stay down. The neck is still long, lift it up, and press, and push, and slide. Last time, lift it up, bring it in, press it out, and slide. And let's twist, upper body stays upright, crossing the hand over, left arms up, inhale, bringing the heel of the hand into that crook of the hip, slide out along the leg. And you may find that you have one leg that feels easier or more challenging to press out through, but we're just trying to talk to those muscles in the inside thigh and ask them to start to lengthen out and stretch. And lift up, and hand, press it out along that leg. And last time, lift, and breathing, press it out along the leg. Good. And stretch. Excellent. Come back to the center and just grow tall again, and that's fine. And feel the legs and see if they feel like they're more rotated out, that there's a little bit more ease there. Let's bring the legs together. We're going to curve our bodies forward. Heads go down. And take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to shoot the legs out, bring the arms up, come to a flex and both the hands and the feet, lifting straight up to the ceiling with your hands and way out along the floor with your feet. And then coming back in, we're going to curve and come into a ball. Breathe in. Exhale, drive out, stretch, lift and lengthen. Good. And curve in. Breathe and come up. Let's take that again. Breathing in. Exhale. Stretch. Lift and reach. And come in. Tight ball. Curve. Head drops. Last time. Breath in. Exhale. Drive. Push. Stretch. Flexing out. All the way. Good. And then coming in. Breathe. Tight ball. And down. Sitting up tall with the spine, bring the hands behind you to give you some support, but don't lift those shoulders up. Glue those feet together. We're going to point the feet and drop the knees over to the side. Come up and over and drop. So your legs are trying not to separate because what we're really focusing on here now is that mid-back. We worked with the head and the neck area and the feet and the ankle area. And now we're trying to go into the middle of the body. So here we go. We're just rocking side to side. Up and over. Last time. Good. And up and over. Let's go over to the first side here and take a little bit of a curve in that spine. And we're going to bring the knee up to our chest. Reach it, the knee up and over. So now we're opening up in the inside thigh area. Come up and cross it over. Down. Lift up, open, stretch it to the side. Good. Lift it up, open, and come down. 2 more sets. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift up and open. The inside thigh is getting stretched there. And your hip is getting some rotation as well. And let's take that once more. Lift up, open it out. Good. And lift up. And come down. Excellent. Come up and over, and let's take it to the other side. Here we are. We're setting ourselves up, and shoulders are down. We've got that knee coming into the chest, opening it up. Foot is pointed, and feel the inside thigh stretch. Lift it in, coming towards the chest, and then coming across and down. Now, I know we all want to focus on the leg and what it's doing, but I want you to see if you can feel what's happening in the spine, too. And that lower back area as we do this. As we move from one position to the other. Here we go. Lift. Here's our third one. Lift it up. Open it out. Good. Bring it in. Cross it over. Feel that nice cross that happens there. And down. And here's our last one. Lift up. Open it out. And there we go. A little more range of motion there. Increase. And over. And down. Good. Let's come back to center. Shoot the legs out, coming up tall. And now glue the whole leg together, and we're going to take those rocks from one side to the other. This will increase what happens in that whole lower back, lumbar region, and maybe in the side of your body as well. Rock it over, and come up, and over. And here's our last set. Reach it over. Good. And up. And reach it over and up. Good. Let's come to an upright position. We're going to flex our feet, glue those feet together, and take some more side body stretching here. So we're going to get our elbow down and the arm comes over. Really extending that arm out. Let's bring the arm in, stretch it out to the side. Bring it in, stretch it more to the first side. Again, in and out and in. And reach. 2 more. In and out and in and reach. Last time. In and out and in and out. Excellent. Push with the bottom arm up and over. And let's go to the other side. You're still gluing those feet together in their flex position. So you have an anchor there. So really feel that nice reach over to the side. Again, don't let that arm bend. Try to stretch it out as much as you can. Head is loose. Bend the arm in and out and in to the side. Bring it in
and reach, and in, and sigh. 2 more. Bring it in, reach it out, and in, and way out there. Last time, in, and reach. Coming in, first side, way out there. Good. We're going to rock from side to side, but we're going to point our feet now and maintain the point. So we're pushing up and over and reach. Arc the arm way up, over, and reach. Lift it up, over, and reach. Keep going. Up, over, and stretch. And lift. Breathe, over, and up. Breathe. Last set. Here we go. And lift. Up, and over, and lift. Up, and over. Good. Let that body curve and come upright. Keeping this back long, let's once again reset the divine flesh there. We're going to turn our body. We've done the twisting action before when we were focusing on the shoulders, but we're turning the body, keeping the legs right where they are. And feel that twist, and you can use your hands to brace here. Hands are going to go down as you curve the head down, and we're getting a curve in that upper spine, increasing the flexibility in the top part of your spinal column. We're going to roll back up. We're going to take 4 of these and roll down, keeping the hips facing front, feet are glued. See if we get a little further over. Increase that whole spiral stretch in the spinal column and roll up and breathe. We've got 2 more. Shoulders stay twisted, dropping down. You may need to really think about holding onto your abdominal muscles and rolling back up. Breathe, and let's take 1 more. And roll down, drop, and roll back up and stretch. Unwind, come to the center, and then continue to the other side, bracing against your legs if you need to, keeping that back tall. Roll the head down, slide. Now this first time you will not get as far as you will the last time, and really focus on where you're feeling the stretch, increasing it, letting the head be loose, shoulders are down. Roll up through the spine and come upright. Breathe, roll down, slide, and roll back up. 1 vertebra at a time, as best you can go. And then roll down. Here's our 3rd time. Dropping over. And coming back up. And lift. And last time. Shoulders stay. 1 going front, 1 going back. As you roll down, sliding the hands out. How far can you get? Keep both hips on the floor. Excellent. Really enjoy opening up anything that feels like it's been a little tight. And then roll up. And come up right. Good. Let's come back to the center. Hand goes down. We're going to reach off to the diagonal. So again, it's the same upper body that's getting that twist, but we're going in opposite and different directions. We're going to fold this arm and now twist and reach back. And come forward, reach, twist. And this time as you go to the back, see if you can move that torso out with you. And moving front. So we've got this huge diagonal line that we're working on. And allowing the torso to go with us. And front diagonal, feet are still pointed. And reach and go out. Come back to center. Hand comes down, back straight. Going out to that diagonal. Establish that position for yourself. And then bringing the hand back and we're twisting and reaching to the back. And coming forward on that diagonal line, reach forward with that torso as best you can. And then coming back, and this time we're going to add the torso going to the back. And sliding on this slot, this diagonal slot, front, and push, and go back. And once more, slide to the front. Excellent. And then slide and move to the back. Good, come back to center. Let's come back to a bended position. And our legs are going to stay tight in, gluing them together, rocking over to this side. Now we're going to extend the legs in a slightly different position. We did the open before, and now we're going to extend it again also on a diagonal. So we're going to bring the knee up to a diagonal, so it's not going to our chest. You may feel a little stretch through here. And then we're going to push out, slide on the floor,
and go as far to the side as you can. So you start to feel a little stretch in the inside thigh. And we're staying in that parallel position, bringing that knee. Feel the twist in the spine, reach, slide, and push out. And you're sliding on that hip a little bit to feel that extension through that leg. 2 more. And come in. Good. Slide it out. Push. Opening up from the inside thigh. And last time, coming in. Excellent. And out. And slide. Good. Come back to your original position. Let's take it to the other side. And what we're doing is working on these diagonals, which help to release some tension that we may not even realize that we are holding in our body. So again, bring this knee in, and then sliding this leg out on a diagonal, and you can help push with your hands. So you get a little action coming here. If your knee isn't completely straight, that's okay. So here we go. Put it in. And notice what this is doing in your spine and other places other than the legs. I know that's a little squeaky there. Here we go. Here's our second one. Bringing that knee up. See if you can make that knee come closer up towards that diagonal, and then reach out and slide, opening up the inside thigh. Good. And you may be feeling it a bit in some of your glute area. And stretch and reach out. Excellent. Come back to your neutral position. Come upright. Let's open the legs out. Sitting back, making sure again that the divine flesh is out from underneath you. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to go into the 90-90 position and really rock all the way over. So this hip is going to be lifted off the floor. Your body's more onto this knee. Coming up, shift and change. And notice what happens in the hip area as we move from one side to the other and shift. We're trying not to use our arms to help us with this. You may find that you're also traveling forward a little bit. We've got 2 more sets, so you may eventually wind up on the floor as opposed to on the mat. And lift, get tall. Just feel the action in those hips as they move from one side to the other, tall. And let's take it once more over to the side. And lift. Good. Come back, get yourself back on the mat, and let's take our legs in a diagonal, straight leg position. Divine flesh is out. Flex the feet. Now we're going to focus now exactly onto our lower back. So we've kind of been moving in and down and into this area, but let's really focus on that lower spine. Feet are flexed. We're going to curve the back. So as if somebody is punching you in your abdominals, so you want to engage those abs. And then we're going to push through the hips and roll up through the spine. Let's take 4 of those. So it's really a wave-like action, pushing back. And you can start to feel your lower spine open up. And curve it. This is actually like doing a cat and a cow, but in this more stylized position with the legs straight out. And here's our 4th one. And push back. And push forward. Now we're going to continue with this action of twisting. We're going to twist to the right, and we're going to make that curving action happen on this diagonal with our bodies facing this leg. So we've got curve back, and it will feel different, and you'll feel more accent on one side of the back. Push through the hip and lift up. Allow the upper body to reflect what's happening with this lower spine area and come up. If your legs get tired, you can release the straight leg. You can make yourself bend the knee because you may feel that you're getting a little action in the top of the quads there. And here's our 4th one. And rock back and push through and up. Good. We're going to shift over to the other side. Backs are straight. We're facing now the opposite leg, and we're going to curve through that back. And push through the hips and roll up. And curve back. Good. And push through the hips and roll up. 2 more. Curve through that back, and you notice your head, neck, and shoulders are going to follow what's happening in the hips and the lower spine. And here's your last one. Roll it to the back. And push through and come up right. Good. Come to the center. Bring the legs together. Beat the thighs out. Good. We're gonna go onto our backs, and you can just stay on the mat, but I'm gonna move this way so that you can see what I'm doing. So I've got my back going down, my knees are bent, arms are out to the side, and we're gonna just take some tilts over with those knees. First, let's go over to the right side. So you're tilting over, and you're noticing that the knees are no longer together, and you've got your lower back tilted over to the right with the left hip up to the ceiling. So we're feeling that sort of spiral in the lower back. You might even feel a bit of a stretch on the quads of the left leg. So from here, we're going to bring that left leg up, and then we're going to flex the foot and drive it out to the diagonal line there. So you're going to get a whole stretch through that left side, really pushing out with that heel and lengthening through the side of that left part of your body there. And from here, we're going to bend the knee back in and settle. Let's take that again. Lift the knee up, flex that foot, drive it up, and see how far you get. You may get so that your left shoulder wants to come off the floor. Let that happen because we're extending that stretch there. And come back, foot down, and release. Third time. Bringing that left knee up. Driving out through that heel, lengthen. Way out there. Now we're going to add the left arm coming to a diagonal, and I want you to flex that left hand. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to push the hand away from the foot. So you're increasing that whole left side stretch along that sort of diagonal line there, crossing the body over. Good. Release the hand and the arm and the leg and come back up to your neutral position. And take a moment to just notice what's different from one side to the other. You probably feel like the left side can go down to the floor a lot more easily than the right side. So let's take it to the other side. We're rocking over. Again, the knees are separated. You've got your right hip up, and we're going to bring that right leg in, flex the foot, and drive it out on that diagonal line. Now, this first time, it will feel maybe a little more challenging than it did on the last time on the left side. Really feeling that press out through the heel. Your hip is twisting. Your right hip is twisting over to the left there. Bring that leg in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Flex the foot. Drive it out. Feel it going way out there. Notice what's happening on the right side. Good. And we're going to take it once more. Leg comes in. Flex the foot, inhale, exhale, drive that heel out. This time should feel much easier than the first time. We're going to bring that right arm up, flex that hand, deep breath in. Feel as you exhale the heel of the hand and the heel of the foot going away from each other. So you may find that you get more of a stretch in the armpit area. Maybe it's extending all the way through, and it really should feel delicious to open this whole side up, this right side up. Okay, allow the hand to relax, the arm come down, and then allow the leg to come in and come to your neutral position, and just notice how it feels for you. Maybe you feel more equal there in terms of both sides being able to drop to the floor. Let's bring the knees into the chest. And we're going to take our hands and put them on our knees. Take a deep breath in, pull the knees into the chest. Open the legs to the side, and we're going to grab through into our heels and try and bring our feet together so they're pointed. Your heels are going towards you, and your elbows could be crooked into the inside thigh. So we're opening up the inside thigh there a little bit more. Good. Come back to your neutral position and hug the knees into the chest. Let's take that again. So we're going to reach as our legs open out, grab a hold of the heels, feet point, and bring the lower leg up close so that you're rotating out through the inside thigh there. And then come back in, hugging the knees into the chest. We're going to take a third time. So we're pressing the knees in. You may find that your knees are quite close to your chest. And then opening out, sliding the hands through, grabbing the back to the heels so the heels come towards you. Your elbows are pressed into the leg there, so you're opening through the inside thigh. Now we're going to extend this stretch.
So we're going to reach the legs out. You can slide your hands however you need to. Go to the extent that works for you. And we're opening into a wide position here. Deep inside thigh stretch. Flex the feet out. Now we're going to bend the knees in. So we've got our feet in this flex position and then point. And we're still trying to bring our toes together. Let's repeat that. Pulling the legs apart. If your knees do not straighten, that's okay. We're trying to reach and open. Hands can have some weight here to help you with this stretch. Flex the feet out. It will also increase the inside thigh stretch. And then we're pulling the heels together, feeling the inside thighs go into a contracted position. Point the feet, and here you are once again into your point. Third time, stretching out. Bring your legs to the side. Good. All the way out. Shoulders are dropped. Flex the feet. Excellent. And bend the knees, coming in. You can adjust your hands how you'd like to here. And let's take it once more. Point feet, and we're going to go out and stretch. So if you get to this position and then you really feel a strong stretch and your legs are not straight, that's absolutely fine. You're working what we want to be working at this point. If you can, you're stretching your legs out. Good. Let's go back into that flex and coming in all the way. Excellent. And then point the feet, toes come together, and then rotate the knees into the chest. Lift the legs up. We're going to roll up, letting our legs help get us up to an upright position. Excellent. Okay. We're going to go onto our hands and knees. We're going to get a little more stretch in the Achilles here for ourselves. Shoulders are down. We're going to take that front leg, curl the toe under, and press out. And we're going to roll through the foot, feeling the under part of your foot. Get a nice, good stretch, and come to the toe. Rocking back. Breathe. Press out. And roll forward. And point that foot. We're rocking back. Press. And stretch. And roll front. And through to the point. Last time. Pushing out. Press. Good. And roll to the front, all the way through, point. And come back to your neutral position. And let's just point the foot, lift the leg off the floor, and lift it up so that it is parallel to the floor here. We're going to flex the foot and take a little bit of work on our glutes by lifting the heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. Flex. Up. 2, 3. Backs are straight. 5, 6, 7. Point and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bringing that leg down. Let's push back into child's pose before we go to the other side. Lengthen out that back. Take a couple of deep breaths. And allow everything to relax. Let's take it once more. A deep breath in. And exhale. Coming up right, let's work with the back leg, making sure your position is correct. You've got the abdominals engaged. We're going to curl the toe under and press back, stretching out through the heel, the Achilles, the gastrocnemius, the calf muscle. Rolling through the toes over into your point. And push out, press, and stretch. And roll forward over the toe and into your point. 2 more. Rolling back. Breathe. Shoulders are down, really stretching out that lower leg, coming forward, and come to your point. And last time, push it out, press, and stretch. Enjoy that whole work through the lower leg there and the feet, coming forward to the point. And come back to your neutral position. Point the foot, lift the leg up, and here we go. Leg is parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex at 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the leg in. Let's push back into child's pose once more. Heads are down. Relax the shoulders. Make sure you're taking a couple of deep breaths here. Good. Rock forward, curl the toes under. Press the hands back, shooting down into the heels here. Just once again, get that stretch through the lower leg. You might not get the heels all the way down. Bring the legs closer and hands closer to the legs, and then we're going to straighten up. Head goes down. So here we go into a good hamstring stretch. Try to keep the head nice and loose. And then back down into your squat. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten the legs, heads go down. And bend, and release. Repeat 2 more times. Pushing the hips up, heads go down, heels go down. Drop that head in towards the legs. If you can, try to fold your chest onto the thighs, and come down, and release. And press up. And heads down. Now enjoying this full length stretch that's happening in the hamstrings and also through the spine. Let's shake our heads no. Shake our heads yes. Shake our heads no. And shake our heads yes. Excellent. And then allow that to settle. We're going to walk our hands out so that we're going into a down dog position. And you may find that you want to open your legs a little bit so you have a little more space between the feet, and press the hips up to the ceiling. So again, we're working on that hamstring area. We're going to go down into a plank. So you might have to inch your fingers out a little bit more. So from here, we're going right into a plank. And then push back and go into your down dog. And again, plank. I'm finding I have to get my hands much farther forward and push back and down dog. 2 more. And plank. Good. And come up. Down dog. And coming over. And plank. Holding out to the abs. And up. And down dog. Now in down dog, let's take some more stretching through. So we're maintaining this position. Front leg is going to point. We're going to go up in that parallel position and then rotate the leg out and up. How far up can you get that leg? Excellent. Let's hold this. Breathe. Lengthening. Excellent. And keep it coming down in that parallel, in that rotated position. Then we're going to go into a parallel position and bring that leg into your down dog. Pressing the hips back. Back leg. Point the foot. You're in a parallel position. Rotate it out. Stretch it up. Lengthen. Get it as high as you can. All the way up. We're going to hold this position. Feel the strength in your arms, in the supporting leg, and in the working leg. All of them are reaching in opposite directions. Good. And bring that leg down. It's rotated out. Then it comes to a parallel position and comes to your down dog position. Let's bring our knees down. And then push back into child's pose once more. Relax the arms. We're going to come back, up. Hands and knees, curl the toes under, down dog. Pressing out through the heels. Good. Front leg comes up, parallel. We're rotating out, coming up to the high position. Maybe it's a little higher this time. We're going to bend the knee back into a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to push the knee behind you, trying to maintain your balance. So you're going to feel a stretch through the hip area. Not going that far, but we're trying to keep that knee going up to the ceiling as best we can. Holding it, feeling that slight twist that's happening in the hip area. Good. Extend the leg up. Once again, coming down into that rotate the position, and then into the parallel position and coming back into your down dog. Let's reestablish that. Press the heels down, hips go up, heads down. Okay, back leg. Point the foot, it's parallel. Rotate it out. Bring it up as high as you can. Bending the knee into a 90-degree angle there, and then slightly push that knee to the back so the hip is twisting and you're getting stretch in that hip area. You're going to find that you feel that in your spine somewhat, maybe in your glutes. We're holding it, we're breathing, we're trying to keep that knee going up, feeling the strength in all of these different directions that your body is moving. Hands supporting leg and working leg. And then stretch that leg up. It's rotated out. Bring it down in a rotated position. Bring it into a parallel position. And let's go back into your down dog, pressing back as far as you can. Good. Bring the knees down and then sit. Okay, folks, that was a lot of work on our hands. So let's take a bit of a stretch through the wrists and release some energy there. So we're going to take our hands and bring them together, and then we're going to roll them so that you have some part of your wrist, either the outside or the inside, touching the whole time as we take this, rolling through. Good. And let's take that a couple more times because we really have been supporting ourselves on those hands in some more challenging positions. Good. And then we're going to reverse that. So we go in the opposite direction, around. You might find that you like one direction better than the other. But do both of them so that you can really help to release any tension, stress that you placed on the wrists and the hands. And we have one more circle here, all the way around. Good. And then shake those hands off. Excellent. Okay, let's sit down. I'm going to take another twisted stretch here. We've been trying to really open up in different ways, some diagonals, and now we're going to do a twisted diagonal position. So we're going to slide our right leg underneath us, make the knee go straight forward. Other foot comes over, and it's like we're stepping onto that foot, so this hip is going to be lifted. Arms are out. We're going to take this hand and put it down and cross with this hand over, and we've got the brace. We're bracing the upper arm or the elbow area against that thigh, keeping this hip lifted. And from here, deep breath in, exhale, press and twist. And you'll find that you get a nice opening in your spine. And then come back, release that. Take the other hand, hip is still lifted. We're going to take the opposite direction, press with the elbow against the thigh, and shoulders are down, and we're twisting through the spine. I really enjoy this. You might find you get a chiropractic adjustment through some part of your spine like I just did. And then come to the front. Still with this hip lifted, we're trying to make sure that heel of the folded leg underneath is not right under that hip. We're going to cross the opposite hand over, make this knee go into the crook of that elbow, backs are straight, arms up. Now we have a little tug of war here. We want to press that hip down, but still be pressing this knee towards our chest. So we'll get a nice deep stretch there. So we're pressing our hip down as we pull this knee in towards us. You'll notice you'll feel that all through here. Good. The hip is going to win, but you're still holding on to that knee to the chest. Good. When you get that hip all the way down, bring the leg up, fold it over. Now it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical here. We're going to turn to this front foot. And we're going to take back, starting in a straight position. You may need to brace a little bit here with this arm. We're going to roll your head down, keeping this hip down. We're going to drop down towards this front foot, and you will feel where you're going to get this stretch. It's kind of in the same area, but very different. In the glutes and the hips, in the spine, heads are down, shoulders are loose. You might find that your legs shake a little bit as you take this stretch. Shake that head up. Keep allowing the body to lower slowly. It's a very deep stretch. And then roll up through the spine. And let's untangle ourselves. We'll take our legs out, sitting up tall. Just notice how this side feels compared to the other side. You may feel like there's more length and openness. So let's take it to the other side. Bring this leg in, make the knee slide directly front, other foot is stepping over. You've got this hip lifted. Make sure that heel is not too close to that hip. Backs are straight. Hand comes down. Same arm as leg that is right in front of you. Arm braces against it. Use the other hand to help twist you and feel that spiral stretch there. It's almost like a sponge wringing out in that spine. And then come back and this reverse arm. So this arm is coming behind. Feel that brace, shoulders down, twist and stretch. Again, it does really have sort of a sponge-like twisty action in your spine. Helps to open up places that are much harder to get to. And then come back to the center. We still have this hip lifted. We're wrapping the opposite elbow around, using the knee in the crook of that elbow. Other leg is truly far out enough so that your hip won't land on it. As you take this little squeeze, arms out, back is straight. Deep breath in. Here's our little tug of war. Exhale, pulling that knee into the chest as we try and shift our weight so our hip goes down. And you'll feel that extra stretch that happens right here where the leg hooks into the glutes. And eventually your hip does win. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, and then release and bring this leg up. And again, this position isn't going to be symmetrical here. We're going to twist towards this foot, backs are straight, and we'll start rolling down from the top of the head through the spine. So we're getting a stretch in that outside part of where the leg connects to the hip, keeping both hips on the floor. And we're just letting gravity help us here in this stretch. Slowly lowering down. It might mean your arms move as you get a little bit lower. Head is loose, shake it out. Let's shake our shoulders out a little bit. Really enjoying this folding and stretching. You'll probably find that one leg feels a little bit different than the other. Keeping both hips on the floor. Let's just maintain this position and allow the gravity drop to help you into this stretch. Excellent. Roll up through the spine. Head's the last thing that comes up. And come to an upright position. Excellent. Let's untangle ourselves. Feet go forward. Backs are straight. Try and flesh up from underneath us. Point the feet. Let's take a forward fold. Breathe up. We're folding from the hips. Now we've lengthened so much that this may feel easy. We're going to go all the way down. Heads are loose. And just hang. Feeling the folds from the crease of the hip. All the way through the legs and the spine. We're going to take a flex, alternating from one foot to the other. So let's flex out through the right foot. That increases the stretch, and see if, as we exhale, we can lay our bodies down flatter along that leg there. You may find you get a little twist towards that right leg. Now we're going to point this right foot and flex the left. Deep breath in. Pointing the right and flexing the left and folding the body over. Head is loose, shoulders are loose, and you feel a slight tilt along the torso towards that left leg there. Breathing. Just again, allowing gravity to help you in this stretch. Let's repeat that. So we're going to point the left foot and flex the foot. Here we go. And we're breathing, lengthening. Maybe your fingers are going to inch forward a little bit more. Let's take it to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, switching the feet. So now we're working with a flex on the left. Legs are still parallel. You may feel a subtle stretch shift from one side to the other as you do this in your lower back. Let's take it once more. Breath in, exhale, flexing, right, pointing, left, inching the hands out. How far can you get? Breath in, exhale, reverse the flex and the point. So now you're feeling more of a stretch on your left leg. Great. Let's point both feet. Deep breath in with a noise as you exhale, as you reach the hands forward. Walk the hands up and roll up through the spine and come to an upright position with that spine. Excellent. All right, let's fold the legs in a way that makes you feel comfortable. You're sitting up tall. I'm hoping that you felt like we stretched some areas that we don't ordinarily in some new, different ways, but also you got some of the regular stretching that we like to do. Just notice how tall your spine is, how long your neck is. And let's hope that through the rest of the day, we can maintain this length through the spine and particularly through the neck. And notice how the neck and the head feels for the rest of the day. That opening exercise that we did at the beginning of class should really help with keeping that neck nice and limber, but also remember it's about the communication externally and also internally. All right, let's bring our arms out to the side, come upright, breathing in. Hands come together, hands come to the heart chakra. And then let's give thanks to ourselves, to our beautiful bodies, our vehicles that help us moving around and doing the things that we love. If you like this class, please subscribe to my channel, and I'm wishing you a great rest